Being a psychopath can significantly influence the trajectory of a corporate career in both positive and negative ways. Some psychopathic traits, such as charm, assertiveness, and a lack of emotional attachment, can make individuals more adept at navigating the political landscape of large organizations, potentially aiding in their ascent up the corporate ladder. Their high tolerance for risk and focus on self-interest can sometimes lead to impressive short-term achievements, being recognized and rewarded. However, the dark side of these traits can have detrimental consequences. Psychopaths often engage in unethical and manipulative behaviors which can undermine team cohesion, decrease employee morale, and lead to high turnover rates. Over time, these negative behaviors can catch up with the individual, leading to career derailment, damaged professional reputations, and even legal ramifications. While some with psychopathic tendencies may achieve high-ranking positions due to their charisma and ruthlessness, the long-term sustainability of their success is questionable given the interpersonal and ethical challenges they often present. Understanding psychopathology and dark triad traits is essential for fostering healthy workplaces for several reasons. Identification of risk factors, knowledge of the dark triad traits, narcissism, Machiavellianism, and psychopathy, and various psychopathological behaviors enables organizations to recognize potential risk factors for disruptive workplace behaviors. Early identification can lead to more timely interventions. Promotion of positive behaviors. By understanding the underlying negative traits that can contribute to counterproductive behaviors, organizations can implement training and development programs to promote positive behaviors, such as collaboration, active listening, and constructive feedback, recruitment, and team building. An awareness of these traits can inform recruitment processes. Hiring managers can incorporate assessments and interview techniques to screen for potential maladaptive traits, ensuring that new hires align with the company's values and culture. Conflict resolution. Understanding the root of certain aggressive or counterproductive behaviors aids in more effective conflict resolution. Sustainable solutions can be devised by addressing the underlying issues rather than surface behaviors. Customized interventions. Not all dark triad traits manifest the same way across individuals or contexts. A deep understanding allows organizations to develop tailored interventions for individuals or teams showing maladaptive behaviors rather than a one-size-fits-all approach. Educational and awareness programs. Knowledge of psychopathology and the dark triad can inform organizations' educational initiatives and awareness campaigns. Defining dark triad personality traits. The dark triad refers to a trio of negative personality traits. Narcissism, characterized by grandiosity, entitlement, dominance, and superiority. Narcissists typically have an inflated sense of their importance, a deep need for excessive attention and admiration, and a lack of empathy for others. However, behind this mask of extreme confidence lies a fragile self-esteem vulnerable to even the slightest criticism. Machiavellianism. Named after Niccolo Machiavelli, who wrote The Prince in the 16th century, it is characterized by manipulating and exploiting others, a cynical disregard for morality, and a focus on self-interest and deception. Psychopathy. Characterized by enduring antisocial behavior, impulsivity, selfishness, callousness, and remorselessness. Psychopaths tend to have superficial charm but also tendencies toward law-breaking violence and lack a clear sense of right and wrong. Individuals who score high on these traits can be charming and effective in short-term situations, but they can also be toxic and harmful in sustained relationships or environments. Research into the dark triad has implications for organizational behavior, relationships, and evolutionary psychology. The traits are typically assessed using self-report questionnaires, though there are debates regarding the accuracy and validity of such measures. Research on the dark triad personality traits, narcissism, Machiavellianism, and psychopathy has shed light on their impact on corporate work environments. Individuals with pronounced dark triad traits can be skilled in manipulation, charm, and assertiveness, potentially effectively navigating workplace politics and achieving short-term objectives. Narcissistic employees, for example, may display increased ambition and leadership tendencies, but they also tend to exhibit a lack of empathy and a propensity for exploitative behaviors. Machiavellianism is associated with strategic manipulation and deceit, which may facilitate personal gain but can corrode team trust. Psychopathy, arguably the most concerning Dark Triad trait in the workplace, is related to impulsivity, a lack of remorse, and an increased risk of unethical actions. Such behaviors can undermine team dynamics, lead to higher turnover rates, and detrimentally impact organizational health. In summary, while Dark Triad traits can contribute to individual achievements in a corporate setting, they frequently come at a substantial cost to team cohesion, ethical standards, and long-term organizational well-being. Navigating the workplace with a manager who displays Dark Triad traits can be challenging, but is manageable. Based on psychology research, here are several strategies to consider. Establish boundaries. One of the hallmarks of individuals with DT traits is their penchant for manipulation and taking advantage of others. By setting clear and consistent personal and professional boundaries, employees can safeguard against potential exploitation. Document everything. Due to the potential for deceit or manipulation, it is advisable to maintain a written record of interactions, decisions, and commitments. This can serve as a protective measure in case of disputes or challenges later on. Maintain professionalism. It is essential to remain calm and professional regardless of provocations. Reacting emotionally can make one vulnerable to further manipulation. Seek support and feedback. Building alliances and seeking feedback from trusted colleagues can provide a reality check and emotional support. It can also offer protection against potential divisive tactics. Continual skill development. Enhancing one's professional skills and expanding one's network outside the immediate work environment can provide additional job security and options should the need arise to consider other employment opportunities. Self-care. Working with a DT manager can be mentally and emotionally taxing. Prioritizing self-care through strategies such as stress-reducing activities, hobbies, and seeking counseling can be beneficial. Consider mediation. In extreme cases, if there is a severe conflict or concerns about workplace behaviors, employees might consider seeking mediation or discussing their problems with human resources. While these strategies can be helpful, it is essential to note that every situation is unique, and employees should evaluate the best approach based on their specific circumstances. Case study. Introduction. Jamie, a 32-year-old gay man, recently joined a renowned tech company as a project manager. Thrilled by the new opportunity, Jamie had high hopes for professional growth and looked forward to working under Darren, a top-performing senior manager known for his results-driven approach. However, unbeknownst to Jamie, Darren exhibited Dark Triad traits, a potent combination of narcissism, Machiavellianism, and psychopathy. Background. From the start, Darren consistently belittled Jamie's contributions in meetings, dismissing his ideas and often making subtle, inappropriate comments about his sexuality. Darren, being manipulative, always managed to keep these comments just below the radar, making it difficult for Jamie to report them without concrete evidence. Over time, Darren's behavior escalated to ostracizing Jamie from crucial projects and spreading harmful rumors about him within the team. The emotional toll. Jamie, who had always been confident and cheerful, began dreading coming to work. He frequently felt emotionally drained, anxious, and constantly second-guessing his worth. Jamie's work performance declined as the emotional toll heightened, and he isolated himself, avoiding company events or gatherings. Fearing retaliation and knowing Darren's influential position in the company, Jamie felt trapped. This oppressive environment and Darren's continuous covert bullying led Jamie to experience severe depressive episodes. Jamie started seeing a therapist who diagnosed him with major depressive disorder, triggered by workplace trauma. Taking leave. With the situation worsening, Jamie's therapist advised him to take a long-term disability leave to focus on his mental health. His meltdown became evident when Jamie stopped communicating with friends and family and began showing signs of suicidal ideation. Intervention and recovery. Upon recognizing the severity of Jamie's psychological condition, his close friends and family intervened. Jamie checked into a mental health facility specializing in trauma with their support. While at the facility, Jamie was equipped with coping mechanisms to handle workplace adversity. He began group therapy sessions where he learned he was not alone in his experiences. Jamie's recovery journey was a testament to his resilience and the importance of a robust support system. Conclusion and implications. Upon his return to work, Jamie decided to confidentially report Darren's behavior to the HR department, detailing his experiences with evidence from therapy sessions and medical records. The company initiated an investigation, leading to Darren's eventual dismissal. The case study of Jamie and his experiences in the workplace presents several implications, both for individual employees and organizations as a whole. The pervasiveness of Dark Triad traits in the workplace. Darren's traits represent an ongoing challenge in many professional environments. People with such characteristics can be difficult to identify initially due to their manipulative behaviors and can cause significant harm to individuals and teams. Subtle discrimination is damaging. Even if discriminatory comments and behaviors are below the radar, they can severely affect an individual's mental health, self-worth, and overall well-being. Mental health impacts performance. Jamie's declining work performance was not a result of his inability or lack of dedication, but a direct outcome of the hostile work environment. Organizations must understand that employee well-being is intrinsically linked to their productivity and quality of work. Importance of reporting mechanisms. Employees must feel safe and supported when reporting harassment or discrimination. The fact that Jamie felt trapped and feared retaliation indicates a gap in the company's support mechanisms. The value of a strong support system. Jamie's recovery was significantly aided by the intervention of his friends and family. This highlights the importance of having a robust support system outside the workplace and suggests that coworkers should be educated and trained to recognize signs of distress among their peers. Therapy and treatment are essential. Acknowledging workplace-induced trauma and seeking professional help can be life-saving. This emphasizes the role of mental health professionals in diagnosing and treating conditions triggered by work-related stressors. Organizational accountability. The company's eventual action against Darren, based on Jamie's evidence and experiences, underscores the responsibility organizations hold in ensuring a safe and inclusive work environment. Employers should be proactive in addressing and mitigating toxic behaviors. Review of company policies. The case also brings to light the importance of companies having strict policies against discrimination, regular training sessions for employees about inclusion and diversity, and creating awareness about mental health. Need for regular mental health check-ins. Given the escalation of Jamie's condition, companies might consider implementing regular mental health check-ins or providing resources for employees to address their well-being proactively. Resilience and recovery. Jamie's journey also demonstrates the human capacity for resilience, especially when equipped with the right tools and support. It serves as a hopeful message for others undergoing similar adversities. In summary, the case study emphasizes the need for vigilance against subtle forms of discrimination, the importance of mental health in the workplace, and companies' role in fostering a safe, inclusive environment. It is a wake-up call for organizations to proactively protect and support their employees. Recent psychology research. In recent years, the landscape of organizational psychology has experienced a surge in research focusing on the Dark Triad traits, narcissism, Machiavellianism, and psychopathy, and their implications within the workplace. As businesses globally strive to understand the intricate dynamics that drive employee behavior, leadership, and team cohesion, the Dark Triad has emerged as a focal point of interest. Previous studies have shed light on how these traits, traditionally viewed negatively, manifest in professional settings. From counterproductive workplace behaviors to nuanced leadership styles and potential career successes, scholars have delved deep into these traits' multifaceted roles. Such studies highlight the complex nature of these traits and underscore the necessity for businesses to consider the broader psychological underpinnings that influence workplace dynamics. With growing concerns about organizational culture, employee well-being, and effective leadership, this line of research offers invaluable insights that could shape future organizational strategies and employee development programs. Workplace behavior and Dark Triad traits. Individuals with high Dark Triad traits, narcissism, Machiavellianism, and psychopathy, tend to engage in more counterproductive workplace behaviors, such as stealing, lying, or bullying. O'Boyle et al., 2012. Leadership and narcissism. Narcissistic leaders can both benefit and harm organizations. While they often possess charisma and can inspire their teams, they might resist feedback, make risky decisions, and face challenges in maintaining long-term relationships. Grijalva et al., 2015. The Dark Triad and career success. The Dark Triad traits have been linked to certain measures of career success. Though these individuals might achieve personal success, it does not always translate into success for the organization or team. The Dark Triad traits at work researchers, Stefan et al., 2023, wanted to understand how strong personality traits like being overly self-centered, manipulative, or cold-hearted can influence positive mindsets in different job areas. Here's what they found. Different jobs had varying levels of these strong personality traits. For example, jobs in design, consulting, and stores had more people with cold-hearted traits, while jobs in teaching and healthcare had fewer. There were more self-centered traits in areas like tech, cars, design, finance, and consulting, especially in jobs with more men. Being self-centered often went hand in hand with having a positive mindset across all jobs. However, the link between having a cold-hearted trait and a positive mindset changed depending on the job. Some jobs like design, car-related, and consulting did not see as much of a negative effect. Manipulative traits did not seem to have much of an impact on the positive mindset. From this, the researchers suggest that people might do best in jobs that fit their personalities. For some industries with lots of self-centered traits, there might be a need to handle this in a special way, as it can have some negative side effects. For future studies, the researchers think it would be interesting to see how these strong personality traits develop as people grow and start their careers. They also suggest looking more into how cold-heartedness affects teams and entire companies in different job areas. In short, the study shows that the job area or industry can make a difference in how strong personality traits affect people's positive mindsets. This means companies and workers should consider these traits when thinking about job satisfaction and teamwork. Summary. Modern organizational psychology is increasingly attentive to the influence of the Dark Triad, comprising narcissism, Machiavellianism, and psychopathy, on workplace behaviors and dynamics. Recent studies underscore the multifaceted roles these traits play, revealing both their challenges and peculiar advantages. For starters, research has found a notable association between these traits and counterproductive workplace behaviors such as theft, dishonesty, and bullying. Individuals high in these traits can considerably affect the overall atmosphere of the workplace, leading to decreased morale and productivity. Furthermore, leadership styles heavily influenced by the Dark Triad offer a paradox. Narcissistic leaders, for instance, often exhibit charisma and can motivate and inspire teams. However, the downside includes resistance to feedback, making potentially damaging high-risk decisions and challenges in fostering long-term professional relationships. Interestingly, certain industries might experience these traits differently. Variations in how these personalities impact psychological resources, like optimism and resilience, can differ across sectors. Some industries, like architecture and consulting, might even show a higher tolerance or attraction to such traits, which can influence the overall industry culture and approach to management. While individual members of the Dark Triad might achieve personal career success, the broader implications for teams and organizations are more ambiguous. As businesses strive to foster healthy organizational cultures and enhance employee well-being, understanding the intricacies of these psychological traits becomes paramount. In conclusion, the exploration of the Dark Triad in organizational settings offers a rich tapestry of insights. It challenges businesses to adopt nuanced approaches in leadership, team dynamics, and employee support, emphasizing the importance of understanding the deep psychological underpinnings that drive workplace behaviors.